Okay, so we are back with more soap. This is going to be season 3, episode 9. I know I didn't get anything up yesterday. I was very sick all day yesterday. So, and I'm still not feeling my best. So, we will see how much I get done today. It's early, so I'm tired. But we're going to jump straight into it. The last episode, I believe we're down to one Bert now. We got rid of Alien Bert, and now we just have our regular Bert back home. So, I've got my friend, I've got my coffee, I've got a stuffy nose, and I'm ready to get into the show.
In the last episode of Soap, Dutch, convinced that Eunice was playing around, which she was, followed her to a hotel where he met Billy, who convinced him she wasn't. Chester tried to convince Corinne that he wasn't playing around, which he was, but Corinne was not convinced. Real Bert convinced Alien Bert to leave Earth for good, which he did. And now Bert can go home and convince Mary he's who he is. Confused? You won't be after this episode of Soap. This is the story of two sisters, Jessica Tate and Mary Campbell. These are the Tates. And these are the
It's
Campbells.
allergy season, and
And this is Soap.
I'm hesitant to take the Claritin. I do have it though if it gets worse. Oh yeah, Billy's home now too. I think that was a couple episodes ago.
Billy?
Hi, Ma.
Billy, it's after 11 o'clock. Where have you been?
I was out, studying.
Again?
You know, for years you were always saying to me you never study. Now I study, you say I shouldn't.
I'm not saying you shouldn't. It's just that you study all the time, and I want you to have a little fun.
I'm having fun, Ma. I promise you I'm having fun.
But I've also noticed that you're not eating very much lately. Is something bothering you, honey?
No, of course not. Don't be silly. Yeah.
What?
Well, you see my friend, Bobby? He's having some problems, and I'm a little worried about him.
You're a good friend, Billy.
Yeah, well, you know,
What is his problem?
he's in love with one of his teachers.
Oh, that's normal. Everyone at one time or another gets a crush on a teacher. I had a terrible crush on Mr. McGee.
You know, it's not a crush, Ma. They're dating.
Wonder if I dated Mr. McGee if I would have passed algebra. Oh, well, what difference does it make? Algebra. I have never once in all these years had to find X. So, your friend Bobby and his teacher are dating?
Yeah, and he's really worried about it. I mean, one, because she's his teacher, and two, she's an older woman. He's really in love with her. She's incredible. She's beautiful and bright, sensitive and fun. From what Joe says.
Who's Joe?
My friend.
I thought you said his name was Bobby.
It is. It's Bobby Joe. He's got a brother, Billy Joe, a brother, Benny Joe, a father, Bonnie Joe, and a mother, Millie Joe.
I see. Well, these relationships really often work out. You know, take, for instance, Burt Reynolds and Dinah Shore. Now, she's much older than he is, and they went together for years. Of course, he is with that little nun now. It all worked out. I mean, nobody seemed to get hurt. See, I saw Dinah this afternoon on her show. She was happy, smiling.
So it can work out?
Oh, absolutely. Even your cousin Cynthia, she was married to someone much older, too, on her first marriage. She was 22 and he was 76. But it didn't last long. He died on the honeymoon. But relationships can work out.
Oh, boy, that's relief. James will be so happy.
Who's James?
My friend,
I thought you said his name was Bobby Joe.
Bobby Joe James. Country and western singer. You never heard of Bobby Joe James?
It's you, isn't it?
I guess.
You and your teacher?
Yes.
Good God, how could she do such a thing? I mean, how sick to get involved with a mere child when she's, what, probably 55, 68 years old? How shocking, how...
She's not 68. What makes you think she's 68?
You said she was older. 68 is older.
She's 27.
27? Oh, God, really? 27 years old?
Mom, just 20 seconds ago you said it was okay. Remember Burt Reynolds' Dinah Shore?
Well,
It's his age that we should be focusing on. Hers, after 18, doesn't really matter. The fact that she's an adult, she's his teacher, she's definitely over 18 and he's not, is all that matters. They're focusing too much on she's 27. She could be 67 or 57. Her age is not important. The fact that he's 16 is the age that they should be fucking focusing on here. But this is the 70s, and things were not seen the same way. It was illegal and it was wrong, but it was also kind of seen as, well, these people are already basically adults and can make their own decisions, which is less now. You know, now if a 16 or 17-year-old is caught by their parents, the parent can have the other person put in jail, even if the 16-year-old is saying, oh, I love him. Because we're aware now that 16 isn't really the age to make those decisions, and things can be coerced and gaslighted and manipulated by those older and in power, like teachers.
we don't know how they feel. I mean, you cannot take Rona Barrett's word for everything.
You said Dinah looked fine, happy.
Lighting. Just that you're still such a little baby.
I'm not a baby, Mom.
There we go.
Just
Now
4
we're looking
years
at the right
ago,
thing,
you
the
cried.
age of him.
You struck out at Little League.
That was a long time ago.
I don't want you to get hurt.
I won't get hurt.
You might get hurt.
If I do get hurt, it was worth it. Mom, she's a nice person. A nice 27-year-old person who teaches history.
Well, I guess I can't object, can I? I mean, if she's a nice person, how can I object? I mean, I'd like to find a way to object, but...
There's nothing to worry about. I promise you. It's okay.
She can
There's
easily
absolutely
object,
nothing to worry about.
knowing he's a child.
Well, guess I'm going to have to let you grow up, huh?
I will anyway.
I know.
Good night, Mom.
Good night, honey. Just yesterday, rubber pants.
Mom.
Just yesterday.
She's too quick to just let him go and do
Ma'am, where
this
you been?
at his age.
Oh, ma'am.
She's too quick to just kind of give up on being his mother and see him as an adult ready to make his own choices.
Ma'am.
Stop it! You're always all over me, pawing me, touching me. I'm not an avocado.
Wait a minute, what's the matter?
Did we meet at the drugstore?
Yes,
And did you disappear?
yes.
You really disappeared? I'm not crazy. You disappeared?
Man, you're not crazy. I disappeared.
You can make yourself disappear?
No.
You're making me crazy.
Mary, wait a minute. Yeah, listen, I disappeared. I disappeared. But I didn't make me disappear. They made me disappear.
We're both crazy.
Now listen to me, man. Please listen to me. Can I hear this now? Remember when I went looking for the spaceship? I found it. Man, I'm I'm telling you, they beamed me up to the ship. I was on the ship. It was an alien spaceship.
You were on an alien spaceship.
That's it, right. Here, look at this. Look at that. See?
It's a knob.
Yeah, from the station.
Here. We were both on a spaceship.
Oh, wait a minute. Mary, please. Saul gave it to me.
Saul, an alien named Saul?
Yes, no. Saul's not an alien. He's like you and me. They captured him like they captured me, only they captured him 4,000 years ago.
They've probably stopped looking for him by now.
Mary, please listen. That's what they do. They capture people. Then in order to study the Earth, they send down a duplicate of the guy they captured. See, they took an alien, a little guy. They're all little guys. It's like munchkins all around. And they put him into an exact duplicate of my body. Mary, they can do that stuff. In this case, unfortunately, they sent down this little sex-crazy guy.
Sex crazy?
Yeah, it seems he hadn't had sex in 2,000 years. I mean, 2,000 years, Mary, I get crazy after a week. Mary, I'm the real Bert. I'm the real Bert. You stick a pin in me, you get blood. You stick a pin in him, you get freon.
Bert, it's true. Sex crazy. It wasn't you.
That's what I'm telling you.
You're you.
I'm me. He's him. I'm not him. I'm me.
Where is he?
Right, well, they beat him up to the ship. He's up there in his little silver body diddling around.
Diddling around.
I'm not crazy. I'm really not crazy. I thought I was crazy, but I am not crazy. Oh, thank God. I'd go crazy if I was crazy. Oh, Bert, welcome home. It must have been terrible up there.
No, well, actually, they were pretty nice to me, but the terrible part was not being with you. That was the terrible part. That teeny little portions they serve up there.
That is so sweet.
I am so happy that you both.
Wait. Hey, when you came in, you said, I couldn't keep my hands off you. Did he,
Nothing. Really? Tap me on the shoulder a lot.
You lying
Wait a
heifer.
minute, Mary, please, now, he was a very horny little guy.
Really?
Yeah, Mary, come on, just tell me. I mean, did any, you?
Well, Bert, I thought it was you.
You mean, while I was up there with them, you were up there with him?
I didn't know it was him. I thought it was you.
So how was I?
Unbelievably bad.
Bad? How come?
Just wasn't you.
I'm glad Mary believes him.
So I thought it would help if I found the kidnappers. I thought it would make me feel better, but turns out it didn't. I mean, it didn't bring you back. God, I miss you so much, Elaine. I never knew what it was like to miss somebody until now. I'll come again soon.
So I guess Elaine's story is fully over now. She's dead. He's out of the mob. The kidnappers have been dispatched. He doesn't care about them anymore. The kidnapper's girlfriend is gone. There's literally no fragments left of Elaine.
Bye-bye.
Wonder what Danny's gonna do next.
I really didn't mean, but I was just... I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You look so sad. Well, I mean, of course you look sad. You're here. It's natural. It's just that... Never mind. I'm really sorry. Goodbye.
Thank you
You're welcome. For what?
for caring.
I know what it's like. Is that...
My husband.
I'm sorry.
You?
Wife,
When?
a few months ago. You?
6 months.
You know, I used to think it was crazy whenever you'd see in a movie or something, somebody talking to somebody who was, you know...
Dead.
Yeah, dead. I hate to say that word. I figure if I don't say it, it won't be true.
Yeah, I know.
I used to think it was crazy talking, but now I come here and talk to Elaine.
I do too.
You knew Elaine?
No, my husband. I talk to my husband.
Oh, right, sure.
It helps too, you know. I don't feel so alone.
I just wish they could answer.
Yeah, I know.
You know, sometimes when I wake up in the morning, for a second, I don't remember that it happened. And then it hits me just like it did the first time.
Yeah, I know.
Listen, you want to have a cup of coffee or something?
Now?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
I'll forget it. It's probably not a good idea. I mean, I think I'd feel a little funny enjoying myself now, you know?
Me too.
Wait a minute.
In the 70s, an interracial couple would probably
She says
have
it's
been
fine.
pretty
She does.
progressive
Yeah.
on TV. So it is interesting that they're taking this route with Danny.
He says it's all right too.
Also, I love
what
her
do you say?
boots.
I'm Polly. Let's have coffee.
I'm Danny. Let's go.
Polly. Maybe Danny will have a girlfriend I won't fully hate. Elaine sucks. I know she's dead, but she
You
sucks.
actually lied to Dutch.
What was I gonna do? Tell him Eunice was there with a guy? The man is a killer.
Could you two knock it off? He is making breakfast in the next room. You lied to a killer? Are you crazy?
I was saving my sister's behind.
My behind does not need saving. Eunice, I don't understand you. How could you do this to him? I don't know. Sometimes I love him and sometimes I don't.
I take it last night was a definite don't.
Oh, listen to this. I'm getting snide remarks from a hot Cub Scout. Eunice, what if he finds out? That dolt? How could he?
Eunice, don't you think it might be fair to Dutch to tell him how you feel?
Oh, I don't know. He does certain things very well. Oh, Eunice.
Good morning. Good morning, Daddy. Everyone sleep well?
Oh, yeah.
Eventually.
It's so nice to hear my children's voices chattering away and to see their happy little faces.
They're so gleeful.
Good morning, Billy. Did you have an interesting time last night?
Oh, same old thing.
Really?
Good morning.
Dutch?
Everybody ready for breakfast?
Smells wonderful.
What we got?
Leavenworth porridge. Actually, only one other guy besides me has the recipe for this, and he doesn't have much use for it anymore.
Oh, why not?
They executed him.
Well, it's nice you wrote it down.
For the lady of the house?
Oh, thank you, Dutch. I'm so happy to see everyone this morning. This house was like a morgue last night.
I think that's essentially grits, and I love grits.
Billy didn't come home from school. And Chester didn't come home from the city. Eunice didn't come home from the movies. And Corinne didn't come home. Dutch was in and out all night long, but he never sat down to chat. I'm just glad that it's morning so I can have a little company.
For the master of the house?
Well, thank you, Dutch.
Enjoy all. There's plenty.
Oh, Dutch.
Yes, my sweet?
What about me? Don't I get any?
Oh, of course, my dear. How stupid of me.
Yeah, that's grits.
Princess. I can be such a dolt sometimes. Stupid Claude, how dare you? Dolt, eh? You spend the night with some clown and I'm too stupid to figure it out?
Clowns. Oh, they're my favorite thing.
He's escaped from prison and they still treat him like he's an idiot. None of them would have been able to escape on their own. He's got brains, obviously.
Oh, some malicious.
And a big pot, so leave him alone.
You don't believe it. You don't. I turned state's evidence for you. I think on my own kind, and you don't believe it? You don't? Well, wait till you see what I got planned for lunch. I love you, Eunice.
Oh, Dutch flowers would have been so much nicer.
Eunice, if that ever happens again, it'll be the sorriest night of your life.
He's not going to leave her.
Oh, men are such temperamental cooks.
Is it gone, Jessica?
Yes, Chester.
Colonel, that helmet is way too big. You get one your own size. And clean up this mess.
Chester the pothead.
Would anyone care for more coffee?
I think I'd like some.
Can he not get it off? Is his fat head swollen up in there?
Mary. Hi, Jess.
She's very pink.
Oh, Mary, I'm so sorry I'm late, but I simply could not get out of Bloomingdale's. I love that store. Me too. I think I'd like to be buried there. So, Mary, what is your wonderful news?
Jessica, you know how I've been thinking I'm crazy because I've thought Bert wasn't Bert? Well, I'm not crazy, Jessica. I am not crazy at all. The man I thought wasn't Bert. He was a man from outer space made to look just like Bert. Of course, I knew, you see, that even though he was Bert, he wasn't.
Not crazy at all.
I see. Now, Mary, did Bert tell you this, or did you just draw your own conclusions?
He told me. But not the alien Bert. The real Bert told me once he got rid of the alien Bert.
I see. If it makes you happy, Mary, that's all that's important.
But it's true, Jess. It's true.
Listen, it's all right. Whatever works for you.
Ask Bert. He'll explain it to you.
Oh, I will. I'll come over some night. We can all sit around and have a few laughs about it. But not now, Mary. I've got too much on my mind. That's why I went shopping. When I get upset, I go shopping, because then I can get upset about what I bought, and I forget what I got upset about in the first place. Only today, I couldn't find anything that upset me in my size.
Jess, what's wrong?
Billy is in love with one of his teachers.
That's normal.
He's dating her.
That's not.
Mary, next week are the parent-teachers conferences. I mean, what am I going to talk about? How Billy's doing? I mean, I don't think I want to know.
Dating his teacher. He'll never know what he's being graded for.
Mary, she is 10 years older than he is. Now, I know 10 years shouldn't bother me, and I can't think of a reason in the world why it does bother me. All I know is that it bothers me.
If she was a man, it wouldn't bother you.
Billy is 16. It should definitely bother her, whether the teacher is male or female. The fact that Billy is a child, still in school, is what is bothering her. But she can't pinpoint that because she grew up in an age where, as a female, if she didn't have a beau at least by 13, she was seen as, probably not wantable. At least that's how it was back in like the 30s and 40s, which is sad.
No, Mary, I think that would bother me more. Because you see, Mary, then Billy would be dating an older homosexual teacher.
No, Jessica. I mean, if Billy was a girl and the teacher was a man. We think nothing of a man being 10 years older than a woman.
That's because they generally are.
It's not the age difference.
Men are
It's
generally older
his
than women.
specific age.
Jessica, what I hear, look. What? It's Chester. Are you sure?
With a woman. It was Chester with a woman.
Jessica, that was probably Chester getting into the elevator and a woman getting into the elevator. He was holding her arm. Maybe she was blind.
No, she was a brunette.
Mary, he has gone upstairs with her. Jessica, don't jump to conclusions. There are a million reasons why he could be here.
Name one.
Smoke Enders. Smoke Enders meets upstairs.
He doesn't smoke.
Est. What? Est. You know that group. The McDonald's of psychiatry.
Chester hates hamburgers.
Where are you going?
Upstairs.
Jess, please don't go.
Mary, it's the only way that I'm going to know for sure. And I've got to know.
She does know. She just doesn't want to admit that she knows to herself. Also, I hate that they're acknowledging that there's a problem with Billy dating his teacher, but they're circling around the actual problem by saying it's just that she's 10 years older. No, it's that he's 2 years too young to make that decision. It's not that she's 10 years older. She could be 50 years older. It would still be wrong, and he would still only be 16. It's his age that's important.
Will anything happen with Danny and Polly? Will they decide to meet somewhere else next time? What will Jessica find when she goes up to Chester's room? Will a do not disturb sign stop her? Is Mary glad Real Bird is back? Won't there be certain things she'll miss? Will Eunice find out what's for breakfast before she fools around again? Will she at least wear a hat? These questions and many others will be answered on the next episode of SOAP.
Okay. How is Jessica gonna find Chester when she gets upstairs? It's a hotel, right? So how is she going to know what room they're in, for one? I'm glad that Mary believes Bert, because he needs somebody to believe him. He's been through some crazy shit. I'm frustrated with Mary and Jessica's non-understanding of the actual situation Billy is in. And I'm happy for Dutch because he stood up for himself. I mean, he could have done it a different way without ruining the grits, but he stood up for himself and he let them know that he's not an idiot. He's not a person that they're going to be able to have discussions about in the very next room and think that he's just not going to know what's happening. So, but he should have left, I think. Like, I don't think he's going to be staying with Eunice because she is the way she is, and he clearly isn't going to put up with it. But I don't understand why he's staying longer than he has now. I guess because he hears about her, but